Hi everyone, Sue's Journal Adventures here. This video is it's for everyone, but my friend Sandy, she gave me a humongous amount of circles and she keeps saying to me, I want to see what you do with the circles. I want to see what you do with the circles. So I'm going to give you a few ideas of how you can use circles, either in your journals or if you're a card maker on cards for decoration. Now, I've already done a couple of videos in the past where I've used circles. So obviously this is a circle out of a book page with half of the other circle to make a little pocket, decorate up, and then use another circle punched at the top for your little tag. The decoration is up to you. So that's one way we can use circles. Another way we can use circles is by layering up different ones. So I've got a big circle as a background, I've got a smaller circle, I've got a little piece of book page, and I've got a word just hung on a bulb pin. And then if you put, say, some lace down the edge of your journal page or your card, you can hang that from it. So that's another way. We can also make flowers out of them, which I've shown before, I think, where you get a bigger circle. I'm not going to make this. There's several ways of making flowers, actually. One of them I am going to do, but you can... A black circle on a black thing's not great, is it? But you get a background one and you just layer the others round and round and round and round and round and stick one in the middle and you have a pretty flower. There's another way to make a flower with circles. So I've got my circle pot out. Excuse me. I've got my circle pot out and I've got the circles Sandy gave me. So one of the ideas is to use them in like collage decoration. So I'm just going to get a stamp. I've got that much stuff on my desk, honestly. I don't know where stuff is. I kind of wanted black ink, but it's disappeared off the face of the earth. So I shall go with, I'll go with ground espresso. So I'm just going to ink this little stamp. You can use any stamp. And I'm just going to stamp that. Oh, well, that didn't go very good, did it? Let's do it on the other side. Take your stamp to your ink, Sue. I mean your ink to your stamp. That way you get better. Hopefully. Let's see if this works, because that didn't. Oops. Yeah, that's worked. Better. Right, so I've got this. So as a page decoration, I would now go around and ink it up. And I've only put it on one side because I'm only going to have one side poking out. So basically you could have like, it depends what your background is to your page or your card. You could have a little decorated piece and then you could layer up other pieces, torn and inked. This isn't, but this is just to give you an idea. So you could add things like a piece of book page. You could add, I don't have any on my desk, so I'll improvise and I'll use a bit of this tissue and pretend it's a tea bag. So if you've got any obviously empty tea bags, you can put like a little crumple of that on there and glue that down. Hang on, let me do that. I might actually shall I just make it? It can be an ATC card, can't it? So I'm gonna actually make this little decoration. I wasn't intending to. I was intending to just show you. Oh, here we are. The glues are playing up this morning. I've already glued some stuff and had no glue and then a massive spillage of glue. I'm going to put that way because that's not stenciled as good. So it's just really, whoops, layering up bits. Tea bag, bits of paper, book page, fancy paper, whatever you want to use. So, hey, come back. So I'm just going to do this. I want to try and get through as many of these ideas as I can, because there's quite a lot of ideas for using circles. I'm just going to pop that there, and now we'll, that's all right actually. I thought I need to trim it off, but I don't. I'm pretending this is a tea bag. It ain't, but it is for the purpose of this video. It's not a tea bag, it's a bit of brown napkin, but just get a bit of glue on there and stick that down. So if you are not a junk journaler and you're making cards, you can still do this as like a topper for your card. You can layer that onto some darker card and you've got a pretty little topper there. You can also add other bits into it, like I want a bit of torn and maybe scrunched. Scrunch it up. A bit of scrunched paper, if I can open it up again. So something just really scrunchy. I'm going to ink it a little bit with my dauber. Just ink it, grunge it a little bit. And you can actually ruffle it if you want to. I'm just going to stick it there. I've actually got an idea. I might put it there. No, yeah, I'm putting it there. Okay, I'm putting it there. I was going to put it at the other side, so there's something there, but I kind of like it there. I'm just going to put a bit of it there. And this doesn't have to be a junk journal. If you're a card maker, you can use these as toppers on your cards. I'm just going to screw that up a bit and stick it up there. But your circle is part of your decoration, even though part of it's hidden. It doesn't really matter. So there we go. You can make clocks out of circles if you're good at, you know, writing the numbers and the hands. You can make little clocks. I'm just going to put some more folds in that so it looks cool, and just do that to it. So that's that. You can ink the edges. I think I would put that onto a darker, maybe a black piece of card or a dark brown piece of card. But that is like a little topper for your cards. So that's number 3. Whew, or is it number 4? I don't know. Next thing, right. I'm going to use decorated circles for this. These are a bit thin. Well, why don't you put them onto them then? They're bigger. Yeah, I could do. Let's do that. Let's just do it. Stop deliberating. So we haven't got time to deliberate. You've got about 7 or 8 ideas here. You need to crack on. So the next thing to do with circles is you can layer them up. So if you've got different size circles, you can layer them on top of each other, which also makes a decoration. So we could call that number 4. So we've had the pockets, we've had the dangly things, we've had the using it on a collage. This layering could be number 4. Just layer them up. If you've got plain circles and patterned circles, layer them up and make them look pretty. Okay, so that could be number 4. What these are actually going to be, and I hope my others have dried. I don't think they have. But anyway, layer them up and try not to move them again. Where did I just put my pad? Here we go. So what you can also do with these circles is get a pokey tool or a sharp pointy object and just make, I think, would I do 4 or would I crystal accent it first? I think it might be as wise to crystal accent it. But you can make 4 holes or 2 holes and make them into fake buttons. You can even thread some cotton through and over so it actually looks like it's got cotton in it. So you can make buttons, different size buttons. I'm actually going to make some buttons, probably not with these, because I think I need either crystal accents or something on them first. Right, so what you can do, I should have pre-done a few of these and got the crystal accents dry. Okay, so I'm just going to take the risk here, and I'm going to poke my holes, and then I'm going to crystal accent. So you make your hole, I'm only going to do 2 because I don't really need to do a load of them, do I? So you can either do 4 holes, like a 4-hole button. Let's do 4 holes, just so as you can see. I know you all know what 4 holes look like, but just for the sake of showing it like a button, right? So you've made your holes so it looks like a button. You can put thread through so it looks even more like a button. I am not going to mess about threading thread because I've got a lot to get through on this video. Now I've got glossy accents. If you haven't got this, I'm just going to, I can see holes in that one. I'm just going to put some of this on here. And what this is it just dries glossy. Smooth it out. I'm a bit messy. But that will dry and become like a, what do you call it? It's kind of like when you put shellac on your nails, it's a shiny setting. So when that dries, it will dry flat and it will be glossy on the top. Now, if you haven't got glossy accents, I was experimenting earlier. I need to move that now, get it out of my way, because knowing me, I'll stick my hand in it. I was trying earlier with just plain white PVA glue, because plain white PVA glue dries clear. So, oops, I've got what I've done here with PVA glue, which is slightly raised. With the glossy accents, you get a bit of a like a raised, like a resin kind of look. This is probably going to be the same. I've put it on quite thickly, so it is a bit raised. You can't actually see it on camera, but it's a little bit raised. That will dry raised and it will dry clear. So you can use PVA glue if you haven't got the glossy accents. And if you haven't got PVA glue, I have also used Elmer's clear glue and just splodged quite a bit of it on. So it is raised and it will dry with a bit of a cabochon effect. That's a big word for me on a Sunday morning, isn't it? Cabochon. Woo, get you. So you can make buttons and you can even put thread in them. I would put thread in, but I haven't got a needle threaded. Oh, I have, but it's the wrong colour cotton. I could do with black cotton, couldn't I, really, to show you. But you can just actually literally sew through it and do the other side. If I leave it double, you can see it a bit better. I can't find the hole now. There we go. Do that. When you've added your glossy accents or your PVA glue, I really should have had black cotton, but you can see, you can sew it through. Just cut the things off at the back because you're going to stick it down on some, so you don't actually need to sew it. You can just thread bits of thread through, embroidery thread, cotton, whatever. You can sew all 4 if you want it in a square, whatever you want, but your circles can become buttons. So I'm just going to stick that through there and leave it over there. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to cut it off because I'll forget where I've put my needle. Okay, so I'm going to put my needle back in my cotton and stick it back on the shelf where it came from. Right, so that's another thing you can do when you've glossed them. And you can gloss them with, like I say, Elmer's, PVA, or your glossy accents if you've got it. If you haven't got it, you don't need to go out and buy it. Right, so buttons we can also do, give us, I don't know, a different colour. Give us a colour. So we can also get our good old PVA glue again. I'm just going to do maybe 2 because I'm trying to get through this quickly. And where have I put my napkins? I'm just going to get some napkin. You only use the very top layer. So peel it apart, make sure you peel it apart. And get my PVA glue, which is, yeah, it's not coming out of there, is it, these days? And this is where I need to be really careful because I had a big gloopy mess. Actually, I'm not going to do it with PVA glue. I'm going to do it with my missing glue stick. Because my desk is, like, ridiculous. Where's my glue stick? Oh, there it is. There it is. Right, I'm just going to do it with my glue stick for ease and for time. So make sure you get plenty of glue on, especially around the edges. And you can decoupage napkins. You can decoupage tissue if you've got some pretty tissue. I'm just going to rip bits of this and stick it on. And it doesn't... Whoops. I didn't say you could stick on, did I? Nor do I want you stuck to my finger. Right, just going to rip bits off. That's not big enough. Oh, for goodness sake, will you go way over there? Oh, it is big enough. So what you do with these, just decoupage them and make them look pretty. Then you can do the same thing. You can use them as buttons, or you can use them as other decorations. I'll show you what some of the other decorations are shortly. I just kind of want to get a bit of stuff on these. A bit of napkin on. Oh, I haven't put any glue on. Does help if you put glue on. You can tell it's a Sunday morning. Sue's brain's not good on a morning. Well, Sue's not. My brain's not good most of the time, to be fair. So yeah. I was at the wedding. I was at the wedding yesterday and it was really nice. Lovely. We had a lovely time. Lovely, lovely. And my friend Sandy was there saying, what are you going to do with them circles? I'm going to do this with them, Sandy. So I'll just get another one of these flowers. It doesn't matter what you use. I did actually get quite a few napkins out just to have different. But I can't be bothered. I'm going against the time. So when these are dry, you just sand it off. Sand it. Sandy. You just sand it off with an emery board. If you've got a sanding block, great. I don't have a sanding block, so I have to use a nail file, and my nail file's getting really blunt because I use it all the time. But there you go, you've got your little decoupaged circle. So your plain circles can be decorated without you have to trying to precisely cut things out. So just get some napkins or fancy tissue. If you've got any fancy tissue, you can do the same thing with that. And then these can become buttons or little part of the little dangly ornament things. Or they can become other things, which is why I want to get this off, so I can show you what they can become. They're not fully dry yet, but it doesn't really matter. So I've got these. I might just use a selection of circles to show you some of the other ways that you can make them. I mean, use them, not make them. So you can punch out circles, you can die cut circles, you can hand cut circles. I'm not very good at the drawing and hand cutting, to be quite honest. Oh, I really need to get another emery board out. This one's pretty much dead. Right, have I done them all? Nope, there's one there. Okay, so what have we got so far? We've got little pockets, we've got danglies, we've got kind of hidden collage circles, we've got buttons. What else have we got? You can, if you've got some bigger ones, make pockets out of them, folding them. But I don't have any circles big enough really to do that. But I suppose I can try and show you with a small one. I know I've already done a pocket, but this is a different kind of pocket. Okay, just get that bit off there and that bit off there, and there we go. We've got them done. So just get rid of all this, because I'm not going to, well, I could use it on something, but I'm not going to. I save enough bits. I've got a problem with bits. It's like I've got that many bits in my life. I really just need to get rid. Right, so where am I now? Where am I now? Big circle. Have I got a big circle? So these are the things already made. Buttons are over there drying. And one's there sewn. Right, I need to ink that. Let me ink the edges so it's a bit more visible. It's a shame my cotton isn't more visible. I should really just stick that cotton down at the back. There we go. Just ink the cotton a bit so you can see it a bit more. I actually might just, I could do with just a sticker or a piece of tape or something to stick over that, but I haven't got any on my desk at the minute. So, circle, have I got a big circle? I should have some big circles in here. I could have sworn I saw some big circles a minute ago. That's about the biggest I've got, and that's not big enough. Have I got any more? Let me get these little tiddy ones out. Ah, there's some under here. I still don't think they're big enough, to be fair. I've got a lot of circles anyway, Sandy. Can you see? Oh, I've got a drawer full of circles. But these plain ones that you gave me are good, because then you've got the option to just decorate them as much as you want. I'm just going to try. This circle is by no means big enough for what I'm going to do, but I just want to give you the idea. Oh my goodness, that's even if I can remember how to do it. How do you do it now? You fold your circle in half, would you? No, you wouldn't. You'd fold the sides in. So you fold the sides of your circle in. I might want to do it on that side, actually, because that's the pretty side. You fold your circle in. I can't remember how to do it. Come on, Sue. Come on, Sue. You can do it. Right. And then what you do, I would ink this, or I would have a double-sided circle. If you're die cutting circles one day, do some big ones, or cut some big ones out, and make sure it's pretty on both sides. Just for the sake of demonstration and time, I'm not going to bother. But what you do then is you would cut that in half, and you would cut that in half. I've done that wrong. Have I? Yes, I kind of have. Okay, scrap that. Scrap that, I've done it wrong. Hang on, let me work this out in my head. So, okay, so you do fold in. Sorry, I should have pre-planned, but if you know me, I don't really pre-plan. Well, I did pre-plan. Pre-planned I'm doing circles, and I wrote down all the things I want to do. I just think, how's it go? How's it go? So, how's it go? Hang on, have I done that one wrong? No, I haven't. I have. So basically you would fold the bottom up. I haven't done it wrong. I kind of have, because I maybe should have cut it a bit lower down. But yeah, fold your sides in, cut it. Okay. Them stay in, they open. Okay. This is a really poor demonstration. This bit folds up to make like a little envelopey pocket. I would imagine, because I've done it that length, I need to chop them off. Not a problem. Chop them off. I think there's another way of doing this. My head ain't right getting round it this morning. My head on a morning is not good. Not good. Really not good. Cut through the cards, so that does really help immensely. Right. So there we go. Are you with me so far? Probably not. So you fold your edges in on your circle, you make a cut, you leave them closed, you open them, you fold that up, so you've got like a little envelope, and then you fold these back into the middle, which should be a bit wider, but that gives you 1, 2, 3, well, it's kind of one tuck spot but with a fancy edge, and 2 in either corner. If you do it right, you can get these bits to meet in the middle. I'm not quite au fait with that at the moment, but anyway, that's the basic idea of what you're going to make. So you fold them bits in and you fold them bits behind, and then you fold that bit up, and you do get a pocket in either corner and a pocket there. If you've got a bigger circle, if you cut it right, you can get your things to meet in the middle. I didn't make them meet in the middle on that one, so they're not going to meet in the middle on the bottom one, but you can do it. There we go. So you can also make like a little double pocket out of them, is what I'm trying to say. I don't even think I'll put that on the... I'm not going to put that on the photo because that's a bit of a disaster. Right, what else? So, where's my book? Oh, flowers. Okay, flowers. Oh my goodness. Flowers. I'm going to use... Did you use a bigger one or a smaller one? Have I got enough? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm just making them any old colour. 4, 5, 6. Is it 2 there? 7, 8. Okay, well, we might as well use that so that they're sort of similar. Right, flower. We have made a flower before where you get a background and you just stick the circles round it, which I showed you right at the beginning. So there's that one, but there's also this one where you fold them in half. So let's get one. That's card. One, I'll do it with a paper, it'll be easier. Can you see? 1, 2, 3. That's a pretty one. I'll lose my little butterfly. I would ink these normally under normal circumstances, but because I'm trying to demo quite a few things, I'm not going to ink because I don't have the time. We're already on 27 minutes. Oh my days! We're already on 27 minutes. No. I feel under pressure. Right, so then you get... I'm going to get my little glue doo-doo. My little glue thing. And what you do is you've got your base circle and you put just a type, so you want the straight edge. Now then, straight edge, let me think. Yeah, straight edge, okay. And you want a dot of glue just on the bottom. Oh gosh, and the glue won't come out. Come on, glue. We're on time tracking here. And that goes towards the middle. So I'd aim for the middle of your base circle. Okay. Then, whoopsie, you get your next one. Flat edge, bit of glue at the bottom. And you slip that one. I've done it the wrong side. Oh my days. Sorry. Do that one inside that one, but make sure it meets in the middle. I may not have enough time to maneuver these with my glue being what it is. So you always want your straight edge on the same side and your glue on that side. Just a dot of glue inside the other petal. You go inside. That will open up now. Come on, don't make life hard for me. Right, but make sure they all meet in the middle, which mine are probably not going to because my glue's sliding. Oops. Why do I do these things? And I've done it all in pink, so now you can't really see the effect. But you keep on going round, making sure that you're inside the last petal, but meeting at the middle. Okay, trying to do this fast, so it's probably going to look a right mess when I've finished, but I think you'll get the idea. Could just space them out a bit better while my glue's still damp. So you need about 8 or 9 circles for this. Oh, I've done it on the wrong side again. What is up with you, Sue? Get your brain in gear. My brain's not in gear this morning. And I don't think I've got enough circles out. Have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Generally need about 8. So, yeah. It's hard thinking and talking at the same time. And then what you can do is just move them a bit. I need one more circle. Preferably paper, please. It's not, it's card. It would be, wouldn't it? Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, and it's one of them as well. I've got loads of floral pink ones and then 2 scripty kind of ones. But so then with your last one, which I need to move these around a little bit, if my glue's still willing, you put inside the last one, but also over your first one. My first one's a bit far away, but that's the idea. And I'm just going to move them now because my glue's thankfully still a bit pliable. And you open them. It ends up looking a bit like one of those windmills. I can't even speak. Now you know I'm really, you know, not with it and tired, because when I can't speak, that is a very good indicator. So it looks like one of them windmills, not a window mill, windmills that you get from the fair. And then you can just get a little something. I'll reach up for a dot. Give me a dot. A dad'll do. A dot. Give me a dot. A dot. A dot, a gem, a pearl, whatever you wish. You would blob a glue in the middle. Oh, come on. I don't have time for this. The ticker's going. A blob of glue in the middle, and whatever you're sticking on, whether it's a pearl, a pearl, a gemstone, I don't know, another little bit of paper, a piece of glitter card, whatever you're using, stick it in the middle. And there you go, you have a flower. Mine is not sticking. So that is idea number. I've no idea now. I've totally lost the plot. I've totally lost the plot. I don't have a clue what I'm doing anymore and what I'm on. Stick down. Come on. We're on time, you know. I need to move this because I think that might be stuck to my board as well. Right. So the other thing we can do with circles is get off. Go over there. I don't anywhere to put it. Right, I could do with a piece of just, yeah, this. So this is, oh, whatever, stuff goes on the floor 50 million times a day. Right, this is my journal page. It can be a journal page, or if you're making a card, it can still work. So what you would do, you can either just layer up your circles, gluing just the top edge to the next one. Okay, top edge to the next one. Come down your page, glue the top edge of them together so it becomes one piece. Glue the bottom, glue the top, and you can slide something under there. So if you were making this as a card, you could glue them together. So like I say, it's one piece. Glue the top, glue the bottom, and then you could maybe put a little note to the person you're making the card for. And fold it over, do it on some pretty paper and slide it under there. So it's, excuse me, it's a belly band is what that's called. That can also work on your journal as a belly band. Or another thing you can do is I'm going to use a big word now, randomize. Woo! Randomize your dots. So you can make a decoration on your page, but you can actually glue it together. And oh, these aren't really smaller, are they? I could do with some about that big, but I've literally only got one. But you would randomize how you lay them out. You can glue them together and it can still be a belly band, but you would add different sized circles over the top in between. I would probably go for that size with this size, not the ones I'm using, but I don't have any more of them small ones. I could punch some out, but I haven't got the time. So yeah, just put them random. It can be a page edge decoration, or it can be a central decoration for a card, or again, if you glue the inner bits together and have it as one piece, you can glue top and bottom and it can be a belly band, or you can glue down one edge and it can be a tuck spot pocket. So I think, is that all my ideas? I don't know. Let me look at my book. Let me look at my book. Made a stamped collage. Well, I ain't stamped any and I ain't collaged any, but I think you pretty much know how to do that. You just come along, randomly stamp it all over. I'll put script stamp in the background, flower stamp, any kind of stamp, a butterfly stamp, whatever you want, and you've got decorated little circles. Collaging, again, you would just tear little bits of book page, paper, pretty paper, collage it all together, which would come out kind of like that. Well, hey, I had one ready. Who knew? I didn't even know. But anyway, there you go. So you can collage. You can collage with pretty paper or whatever. You can ink it. Okay, where am I now? Circle background. Oh, I haven't done that one. Okay, circle background. Now, this is not the ideal thing to use because it's only on one side. Again, you would need double pattern. I don't have a double patterned one. Let's pretend that this has got something nice on this side. And all you would do is fold up the very edges of your circle. It doesn't have to be a scallop circle. It just happens that mine is. You fold in the edges to make like a little parsley type thing. And then you would stick that on that one. Okay. And come along with a pretty little doodad of some sort. A pearl, a stone, a diamond, a flower. And just, whoopsie, stick it in the middle. And there you go. You have another card topper or page decoration. There we go. Whew. Can I wipe the sweat from my brow? Because it's like, whoa, how many circles can you fit in 37 minutes? Layer different size. Yeah, belly band. Yeah. Oh, closures. So you can also use them as closures if this is, I don't know, a folio or something you've got and you need a closure. You would add a circle up there, not that size, a lot smaller, probably that size. Two layered together, punch a hole in them and you can put a brad through and then you just wind a piece of string around them. You all know that if you're junk journalers, to close something. So you can have it as a closure. You can also have it as pressure. Okay, you can also have it as a tag. I just need a tag, any old tag. Give me a tag right now. There we go. You can also use it bent in half as a well, you'd cut it in half actually, and you would glue half onto one side, half onto the other side, and you've got a little tab for the top of your tag. What the heck's that? Get off of me. If you want more of a, so you can do it like that, and cut it in half and glue either side, or you can use it as a full circle and stick it halfway on, and that's still a tab on the top of your pocket, on the top of your tag. Oh my days, my words are getting all mumbled jumbled. And what you can also do is just I can never remember how to do this. Hang on. So just do it. You just kind of do a bit of a shape like that. A bit of a shape. This is not the shape, but anyway. And then you get like a little bit of a whale tail. So again, you can cut that in half and stick either side on, or you can just stick it on like that. So you can make your own whale tails. I think that's the wrong way up though, but anyway, you have it like that. Oh, gosh. I need to go back to bed now. Okay, so that is a myriad of things that you can do with your circles. And that isn't even it, really. There's loads and loads and loads of ideas how you can decorate pages with them. When I say page, it doesn't have to be a page in a journal. It can be the front of a card. So loads of ways you can use your circles. These, I think am I going to make big buttons out of them? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I might make some big and put glossy accents on them. I don't know. I might not. But anyway, these are my ideas for this video, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching the Circles, Circles, Circles. It's a circus of circles. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.